You're welcome to another episode of Fertility Talk with Olarunke Thaddeus. How are you all doing? It's been a while. On today's topic, I want to discuss custody order in a surrogacy arrangement. Yes, I know this topic is very important to our intending parents, especially those coming from US and UK. Most of the time when there is a request for custody order is usually coming from these two embassies. Okay, so what is custody order to start with? I'm not going to bamboozle you with all the legal terms because of course I'm not a lawyer, okay? But you know, from experience and from our day-to-day activity at Meet Surrogate Mothers, yes, I'm able to put one or two things together to be able to discuss this topic. So custody order is an order from the courts that set out the terms and condition of who should have custody over the child or over the children, because you could have twins or more. Yes, it stipulates who has the custody of day-to-day care for the child, and you know, so it comes with parental responsibilities. The process of getting court order in the Nigeria courts, usually from the family court, is actually one thing that I want to talk about. We've done quite a number of custody orders so far, and I am very happy that a lot of our courts in Nigeria are, they are not resistant to giving custody order in a surrogacy arrangement. But however, we have also encountered few magistrates or judges that proves very, very difficult in giving out custody order. And you know, this video is actually to plead with our the Nigerian legal system, the court system, to look at custody order as something, especially when it comes to surrogacy. They shouldn't make it too difficult to get. Yes, I know you're doing your job. You want to ensure that all I's are dotted, all T's are crossed, but notwithstanding, the interest of the baby or the children in questions is what I am talking about. You know, it's all about the children. And so why it is a little bit different from the usual court ordered cases is because it is a surrogacy arrangement, and by the time these children are born, they are already with the commissioning parents, so they are no longer with the surrogate mother. The surrogate mother is not even interested in parenting any child via surrogacy arrangements. So it is just for document purpose that you will find it. Whenever you find an intended parent in the court for custody order, it's for document purpose. So it shouldn't, the court should not, I'm not saying they should not do their job, but when you have done your job to satisfy that all the evidences in front of you are correct, there is no need to further complicate matters for these people. They have been through a lot in all their years looking for fruits of the womb. Now they have the baby, and some of the courts are proving very, very difficult to issue custody order when there is actually nothing to worry about. The example I want to talk about is a scenario where an intending parent used his sperm and egg donor in a surrogacy arrangement. Yes, the surrogate gave birth to beautiful, lovely children, triplets. And by the time the court processes started, everybody was in court. The surrogate mother, the intended parents, even the triplets was in court. which honestly, I think yes, the court of law should look into that, because the surrogacy contracts that was presented to the court clearly stated that it is an anonymous surrogacy program where the intending parent and the surrogate mother don't know each other. But there are ways they could have done it such that maybe they would have probably invited the surrogate mother into a separate office and the intending parent into another separate office to ask questions. But our court system in Nigeria are not quite sensitive enough to this matter, and you will see that by the time they are calling everybody out, they would even on several occasions ask the baby will be paraded in the court of law. Nobody is saying you should not see the baby, yes, but it's not nice that in every court proceeding you are asking for the babies to come. You have seen the baby once, you have taken the picture of the baby, and each court proceeding you're still asking for the babies to come. We shouldn't make things further difficult. A lot of our court of law, yes, a lot of the magistrates we have worked it are very, very knowledgeable and intelligent. By the time they read the medical report from the hospital, and they probably call for, if they're not, in fact, the medical report from the hospital should actually be okay, but they just want to still prove further that yes, the baby truly belongs to the intending parent. They will call for DNA. There's no big deal. Yeah, DNA will now further prove that yes, it is the intending parent's children. And most of the time, by the time this is done, then the custody order would be issued, and but in few instances you now find some magistrates that will be insisting on interviewing the doctor. Why do you need to interview doctor in a custody order? You already have all the evidences presented to you. You have the hospital has written to tell you the method of fertilization, how the embryos were generated. You have gotten the DNA to prove that the baby is genetically related. Why do you still insist on seeing the doctor who took the delivery of the baby? In all, the interest of the baby is what is paramount. And like I said earlier on, this is a surrogacy arrangement whereby as soon as the babies were delivered, they were being handed over to the intending parent. As it is, the babies are already living with the intending parent. It's just like I said, to perfect things. It's not another for you to say no, don't leave. The baby should not live with the intending parent again. The surrogate mother has shown herself that she is not interested. She's just a carrier, but some courts would still frustrate things, making jest of all the process. There was a time one of my intended parents wept bitterly in the courts, profusely, bitterly in the courts, because the magistrate kind of insinuated that maybe she stole the baby. After all evidences are being presented, we should do better in Nigerian courts. Times are really changing so fast. IVF, surrogacy are things that have come to stay, and we cannot neglect that fact, and we can't pretend that it does not, this kind of reproductive technology is not in existence. Yes, there might not be a surrogacy law yet, but that doesn't mean that the law is against it. So far a child is born, what is important is the interest of the child, the care of the child. This child are now living with their parents. What the parents want is custody order. Yes, so that they will be able to do whatever they need to do with the custody order. So I am appealing to the court order system in Nigeria. We've done a lot of custody order, like I said earlier on, and wonderful magistrates willing to hear everything, ask questions about everything, and they were so much impressed in the process. They were happy. But I've also seen a lot of magistrates that are very, very difficult, unnecessarily difficult. Please, it's an appeal. When you have all your facts presented in front of you, there is no need to further make things difficult for our women or for our intending parents. So please, for crying out loud, for God's sake, let's all our court system read more about IVF, read more about surrogacy, and so that they will have better understanding and will be able to ask questions that are needed at any given time, and will be able to limit the numbers of times you're asking intended parents to come when there is absolutely no need for them to be in court again. Please, this is what I actually want to discuss about today. So yes, the custody order is an order, like I said, that is being given by the court for day-to-day care of the child. Yes, the court has to issue it, and it takes court proceedings. We all know that part. It takes court proceeding, but it takes every parties to be in court. But I know things could also be done privately in the court. So this is what I want you to think about and help to incorporate into the Nigerian court system on surrogacy. Thank you for watching today's episode of Fertility Talk with Olarunke Thaddeus. I hope that I've been able to pass my message very well to the right authorities, and I hope that in nearest future there will be surrogacy law in Nigeria and things will be done appropriately. And I also hope that our magistrates in the family court embrace surrogacy and don't see it as something strange. It's something in existence already for a very long time. It's just that it has not been coming to the court, but now you're seeing it. So don't refuse it, embrace it. It is from different cases, court cases, then maybe a law will be drawn on it. Okay, so thank you and God bless. For consultation on surrogacy, on IVF, kindly follow our page at Meet Surrogate Mother on Instagram. And I would so much love you to follow us on YouTube so that we can grow our YouTube followers, and so that you can get notification as soon as we post a video. Thank you and God bless.